So many moms worry about their milk supply decreasing when they do start pumping more often, especially when going back to work. So again, making sure you have a great pump, you're comfortable with the fittings and the flange is really, really important. So another thing I suggest is always double pumping. So if you can get an electric breast pump where you can pump both sides at the same time, that's really, really helpful. When one breast lets down, the other one does, regardless. So you might as well use that to your advantage and pump both sides at the same time. Not to mention, it saves you time. So when you're pumping, you wanna pump for 15-20 minutes max. And so if you're pumping both sides, that's 15-20 minutes, you're done, opposed to 15-20 minutes one side, 15-20 minutes the other. Another thing to help you do that, instead of sitting there holding your pump on your body, would be a hands-free pumping bra, which are amazing and I highly, highly recommend. They have so many everywhere, you know, Amazon, Target, Walmart, or an old sports bra, put it on, cut holes in it, hold your flange. There you go, perfect. And that's really, really helpful. So when you are pumping and you're away from baby, you wanna make sure that you're draining your breasts as much as you can with your pump, just like your baby would. If you're not and you're just kind of skimming the top and you're never really emptying your breasts, then your body's not gonna make milk. So your body knows to make more milk when your breasts are drained. Remember, it's supply and demand. So if you're just not emptying them, then your body goes, oh, I guess I don't need to make more milk. And that's when you see a dip in your supply. So that's another reason why you want to really make sure that you have a great pump while you're away from baby. Keeping your supply up while you're pumping away from baby helps when you also breastfeed when you're with baby. So I always suggest doing a little bit of both, especially if your baby's, you know, refusing that bottle. So you're gonna wanna breastfeed on demand when you're home and with baby. And that again is gonna help regulate your supply and keep your supply up for your baby's needs. Your body learns more about what your baby needs when you put your baby to breast, opposed to exclusively using the pump. Some ways to help drain your breasts while you're away from baby and help that letdown process would be to have pictures of your baby, videos of your baby cooing, maybe crying, laughing, and watch those while you pump. That really, really helps stimulate the letdown and help your body produce that milk for the pump and make it more like you're feeding baby rather than just artificially trying to let down your milk while you're away. All right, so say you've been working with baby for a while and they're still not taking a bottle or not taking a full feeding from the bottle, and you know that you have to go back to work or you're gonna be leaving baby for a significant amount of time. Don't worry, your baby will make up for feedings when you get home. I know it can be stressful and you know, oh my gosh, I'm gone, my baby's not eating. It's okay. When you get home, just make sure to breastfeed your baby on demand. Now this can be exhausting just because say your baby was sleeping through the night. Well, now they may not because they're gonna wanna catch up with those feedings during the night. So that could happen, but just know baby is still getting the nutrients and the breast milk that they need. They're just making up for it at a different time. So if that's the case, just always make sure to breastfeed your baby before you leave, and then on-demand feed when you're with baby. So if that's at night, on weekends, or whenever you're with your baby, make sure that you are feeding on demand whenever baby shows hunger cues. And then you're also gonna keep track of diaper outputs and make sure that your baby is still peeing and pooping like they should. So average babies have 5 to 6 wet diapers within 24 hours and maybe 1 to 2 stools. But also keep in mind that babies who are breastfed can go 7 to 10 days without stooling, and that is completely normal. And you know what's normal for your baby. So when looking at those wet diapers, you don't want them to be yellow, concentrated, smelly. You wanna make sure that they're a light yellow, clear, and that baby is still having that output. If they're having that output, then they're having the input. Also, if you are away from baby and you want to continue to supply breast milk, make sure that you are pumping when you're away from baby. Sometimes it's hard to do on-demand pumping, right? Not like when you're at home and you can feed the baby whenever. So if you are away from your baby, make sure you're pumping at least every 3 hours or 8 to 12 times in 24 hours. And then you want to make sure that your pump fits correctly, you have the right flange size, and you know how to use your pump and the different suctions and the letdown mode, expression mode, all those different things. So read your manual, reach out to a lactation consultant if you need help setting up or using your pump. If your pump isn't correctly fitted or it's causing you pain, then you're really not going to express your breast like you need to. So that is really, really important if you are going to be supplying expressed breast milk for your baby, to make sure that your pump parts and everything work and you're comfortable using it.